Hi everyone, welcome to Dennis and Hope channel. Today we're gonna take you to two towns. The first town is Basel, which is the city on the Rhine River in the northwest of Switzerland, close to the country border of France and Germany, and we'll drive over to Mulhouse, which is also not far away. In Basel, we'll stop by at the museum to view the famous Georgia orchid exhibition. Driving to Basel takes only 1 hour. The weather is a bit cloudy today. So if you've driven in Europe before, you know that there's these signs tell you what country you're going. So D stands for Deutschland, which is Germany, and F obviously France, and I is Italy. And for Switzerland is CH. Why, right? It's the Latin word for Confederatio Helvetica. I hope I say that right. It means Swiss Confederation. Switzerland is not part of the EU, which you probably already knew, but it has freedom of movement among European countries. So if you have Schengen visa, you can go all over Europe, including Switzerland. Basel has a big airport which is used among the 3 major cities in 3 countries. Switzerland, which is Basel, in France is Mulhouse, which will go later, and for Germany is Freiburg. Our first stop is at Dreiländereck. This is the meeting point of 3 countries. It situates on the Rhine River, which is a very important distributing center for foreign trade that produces 1/3 of total Swiss custom revenue, which makes Basel very rich. You see soon in town, it has a very beautiful old town, medieval town. It looks to me that things are bigger here than Zurich, wider street and taller and higher ceiling. I really like these green trams. They are all over and very Basel. Our first stop is Rathaus. The Basel Town Hall is 500-year-old building dominating the Marktplatz in Basel. The town hall houses the meeting of cantonal parliament as well as cantonal government of the canton of Basel. Well, to get a good view of the city, you are going to have to walk up a little bit. So, good stuff's always on the top. Once you're up, you will see a lot of these historical buildings, very nicely kept, as if they're new. Well, you know, the Swiss keep them very nice and clean. Once you make your way out of those beautiful buildings, you will meet the big plaza called Münsterplatz. I can only imagine that how rich this town used to be with all of these buildings. We stopped by a drink on the garden of one of these restaurants. There's a big church called Basler Münster. In Gothic style, Protestant place of worship with 9th century origins, twin spires and a tile roof. Behind the church, that's where you get the best view of Basel. You can go to the other side of the Rhine River by this boat. It's tied up to this wire. I guess sometimes the current could be very strong. can walk over to Messe, which completely changed the mood to this intergalactic, I don't know what this is, art installation. It looks very massive, as if Elon Musk could land his rocket here. Messe is actually exhibition and trade center. Well, now it makes sense to have a big port next to this big trade center. On the way back to the car, we walked past Mittler Brücke, which is a very iconic with scenic view of Basel. And look at these logs for the lovebirds. Promise they'll love each other forever. Our next stop is Foundation Biella to visit the famous Georgia O'Keeffe exhibition. So I didn't really know Georgia O'Keeffe much. All I know that she's as famous as Frida Kahlo. Wow. I learned that Georgia O'Keeffe was an American modernist artist. She was known for her paintings of enlarged flowers, New York skyscrapers, and New Mexico landscapes. O'Keeffe has been called the mother of American modernism. The exhibition divided in many phases based on her life. She started in Texas, then moved to New York City, and then to Lake George, and she ended up in New Mexico. The foundation also houses many permanent exhibitions, including this big painting I'm sure you're familiar. It's Monet. We're done with Basel, now we are driving to Mulhouse. Here is the border. Well, no one is really checking anything. I guess you just drive straight to France. Well, now we're in France. All the street signs are in French, obviously. After checking in at the hotel in Mulhouse, we walked around the old town. I would say this town is a little confusing because it has two languages. All the signs have two languages, but once you go in there, actually everyone speaks just French. I don't hear anyone speaking German. The architecture, though, is different in a way that is actually very mixed between French and German. There's a big church in the center of the town where there is a big square. I have to say, every time I come to France, there seems to be a protest. It's fascinating that they're always protesting, which is, in a way, I wanted to shout out, the very French way. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. Does it sound right? Off the old town, there's this nice little park with these historical buildings, very beautiful. Well, new town, new tram, new color. This town's yellow, very cute. We stopped by this big Catholic church, which was built not long ago in the year 1800, but it's very, very nicely done, very beautiful, elegant. Yet not too much. I hope you enjoyed this episode in Basel and Mulhouse. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. Thank you. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.